Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We are live. This is your Seven City Shop Talk Sports Show, broadcasting live to you from the beautiful state of Virginia all over the world. I can tell you, it's a little spirited in here. We want to thank you for joining us on another episode of our brand of dysfunctional camaraderie. And as of now, this shop is open. So, yes, let's go ahead and jump into it. I mean, UVA getting absolutely blown out by Notre Dame. For those viewers and listeners out there, please give us your rapid or your reaction right now to the game. I'm going to go ahead and bring in C. Wood in the house. What's going on, Wood?
Hey, Law, how's it going, man?
Going all right. What's going on, Ethan?
It's been a long day, but watching a rough first half.
Absolutely. What's going on, AB? How are you?
I'm here.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for being here. Thank all of you for being here. So let's just kind of talk about it. Ethan, you have the most messages in the chat. What you got to say, man? You got a lot to say, brother. Go ahead, man. Let it loose.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
you know,
mean,
we're in a bad spot, and it's a game that we kind of expected some things, but go ahead and let loose.
the way I look at it, I think defensively we're not doing as bad as what it seems. They're getting after it. And then, on Notre Dame's side of the ball, playing when they're on defense, they're playing a lot of man to man. They're putting it really tough. I don't think between the trenches it's too bad, but special teams and quarterback play for us is not that good. Interceptions, overthrown balls, a lot of muffs and fumbles by the team in general. It's really sloppy play. I can't fully say that. I like to blame the offensive coordinator for a lot of this. That they've played real too bad. They are just making a lot of bad plays and undisciplined plays. It. You can't not capitalize when you get a turnover. We haven't scored even a field goal. Turnovers are just a nightmare. And to me, these guys that keep muffing and fumbling, they need to be out of the game for somebody else. You can't keep on having the same people turn over the ball and expect different results.
Okay. Let me come to you, AB. Give me your opinion on what you saw just a few minutes ago.
Well, I see 28 points on the board that have all been scored because of our mistakes. So, outside of that, it could be a ball game if we didn't make mistakes. And for the first time ever, I'm going to say we need to put Musket in, and I'm only saying that because of the way he throws. At this point in time and the way that their defense is lined up, I just feel like with this game specifically, Musket needs to be in there because Calandra doesn't even have the room to really run. We need a quarterback that, right, for this specific game, we need a quarterback who can make really precise throws and just play old fashioned football that can stay in the pocket and make the throws. So, as much as I love Calandria, I just don't think that against this type of team, it's his game. And he's not there yet as a quarterback to face a team like that, which is unfortunate. I think he can eventually get there, but right now, I just don't think this game is his game. Um, I also think that, like Ethan said, Davies, he needs to be set down. He does not need to be on special teams another minute in this game. So he needs to have a seat. Um, but we got to have a lot better ball control, and we just need to get some momentum back on offense. They have taken every single play from us and have turned it into points for them. So we just got to do better offensively. Our defense is staying strong for the most part against this team, in my opinion. We've got some injuries that have come in this game, on our defense. But at this time, it's not. I don't think we can come back from this. But if we want to at least put up a fight, we got to make some big time changes at the half.
Let me come to you, Wood. What are you seeing, man? Tell me how you feel. What you got going on?
Did she say Calandria need to come out of the game? Make sure I heard what she said right.
You
Yeah,
know what,
this is
Chad? Don't
a
don't start no shit. Don't start
No,
no
no,
shit,
no.
Chad.
I'll kind of piggyback off what they both said. You got 4 turnovers. Is it still 4? I went out to the truck. Did he turn it
it's
over again, or
five.
is it
It's
4?
five. It's five
5.
turnovers
I
and
went out to
four
the truck, and
scores.
then you text. I assume he must have threw another one. Um,
Yeah,
you
he
you
did.
can't beat Richmond if you're going on pace for 10 turnovers a game. Obviously, you're not going to beat anybody, especially a top 10 team on the road. Obviously, we started off bad from the kickoff, but defense kept us in it, well, and then once you, like Ethan was saying, once you don't capitalize, when we got that fumble, we fumbled it right back. An atmosphere like that, it'll snowball pretty quickly. And once it starts snowballing, you see what happens with your quarterback. I don't care who it is. He's not playing well, but I won't completely put it on him. Yes, I agree. Musket needs to be in. But when things like this happen, you go straight to the head coach and you go to the quarterback, regardless of what the game is. This kind of blowout. You always talk about those two, but I can't completely put it on both of them. But yeah, I'd go with Musket. Calandria is definitely shook. You can tell that. I didn't even know he threw that last pick, but. I mean, it's penalties, it's turnovers, and they had 2 long plays that were called back for turnovers. About penalties. So thank God that they didn't stand. But yeah, you're not going to beat anybody with 5 turnovers and a half. It doesn't matter who it is, especially not.
We had a real chance in the beginning. I think we really did until all these turnovers happened.
Until the coin toss.
Yeah.
No, just turnovers, penalties, just dumb stuff. Other than that. The defense kept us in it for a while. The offense just couldn't get nothing going, but Notre Dame's a top 10 defense, so to be expected.
In everything, not just a couple things. They're top 10 in everything. And what I have to say about it is, we kind of felt like we were going to be in for it. I mean, kind of like the same feeling we had with Clemson. So I'm not necessarily so upset. I wanted to see how they would play. I said that the pregame, how the guys will play. I'm not upset at the effort. It's just the execution that we're having all these problems. And, I think Notre Dame has a lot to do with that. They're just suffocating the offense. And even I can't remember which one you said it, but it's almost like as much as everybody wants to get on the offensive coordinator, it's almost like you almost have to hold back a little bit because the players on the field aren't even executing. So who knows what plays would have worked, what plays wouldn't have worked, what passes. I think is it 4 interceptions, guys? I mean, what is it? It's at least 3. That he has right now. And I think he's shook. I said he's rattled. And I think that the way that they are playing, I think that there's trash around his feet. He's not comfortable. He's running out the back of the pocket. He's trying to make. It's not going to work against a team like this. This is a team that's going to vie for one of the top 4 spots in the college playoff. I always said for him, a smaller guy, they need to climb the pocket, those small guys for sure. A bigger guy like a Musket or just a bigger, taller quarterback, they can play out of the back of the pocket. They could take a step back or so, still plant their foot and drive. Small guys, you can't plant the ball. Not too many small guys have bigger, stronger arms and can look down the field and look over the defense and see what the defense is giving them. They got to climb the pocket, then read, get to their other progressions. But it is what it is right now. I think that UVA, the guys are trying. It's just they're making too many mistakes. And like I said, Notre Dame has a ton to do with that. I don't know. Let me come back to you, AB. What do you want to see in this second half? I know we got not much time here, but
I mean, like I said, I hate to say it, but I would love to see Musket in there, and I would love to see us making some changes offensively that can beat this. That I'm not gonna say beat this team, but at least can come back and give a fighting chance. But it's also gonna come down to like our defense, and our defense right now I think is just drained. Thank God it's halftime and they can get a little bit of their win back, but. I mean, we gotta find a way to really dig deep and find the effort because, in my opinion, I was sitting here talking to Danielle, and what we said was they aren't just walking all over us; we're letting them walk all over us. Mm-hmm. So we gotta cut it down, and we gotta cut down the mistakes and cut down the stuff that we're doing that's making them look so good right now when we can do better than what we're doing.
Let me come to you, Wood. What are you expecting to see this this half coming up?
Like she said, I'm hoping just to see a little bit of fight. I like to end the game with 5 turnovers, as bad as that sounds. Don't turn the ball over anymore in the second half. Show some fight, cut into the lead. To ask to come back from the lead is, I won't say impossible, but almost impossible. But just show some fight, show some, you have some heart. You're not done yet. Don't turn the ball over. Come out and be respectable at least. Give us something to watch in the second half.
I got you. And Ethan, what about you? What did you want to see?
I like to see the run game come out, attack them hard, control the clock, let that defense get a little bit of a break, and then hit them with some play action and open up the pass. I don't want to be desperate with the pass, and then they just know what we're gonna do because we're so far behind. We need to attack the run game and stick hard of that run game in the third quarter, and try to cut the deficit down and control the time clock as much as we can.
Running game would be all right if we could get our linemen to beat their defensive linemen.
Yeah,
They're just better. That's
their
just
outside guys are fast too. Their linebackers. That's one thing with Calandria.
everybody.
Yeah, he
Everybody
can't
is
outrun those
fast on that
guys.
team. Yeah, everybody's fast on that
Yeah,
defense. Which is why they're the best defense, honestly, in college football when you collectively put it all together. I think a team like this, because I just know that we're outmanned up front, I think it has to be more of a pass-centric, short pass-centric
You got to throw it
offense.
fast, yeah. Some screens.
Yeah, that's
West
right.
West
Get
Coast
it out
offense.
of there. In any offense, spread, West Coast, anything, just get it out. It has to be three-step drops, has to be screen oriented, it has to be something to get the ball out of their hands. So that the linemen aren't trying to block, 3, 4, 5 seconds down the, and they have to try to, pass block against just superior talent. Get it out of their hands quick, and if they beat us that way, they just beat us that way. But you're not gonna run the ball consistently against this team because our and this is just the truth. Our talent up front is just not matched with these guys, and their best defense. Think about this: their best defensive lineman isn't even playing, and that's scary. That's scary. Their best defensive lineman and their best linebacker, one of their best linebackers, isn't there either. But that's how good and how deep they are. But we're talking about a Notre Dame team that is one of the best out there. That Northern Illinois team was a fluke that they lost to, but they are stacked, just like Clemson. Actually, they're better than Clemson. This team, in my opinion, would drag Clemson. And I mean that. Clemson is a good team, a really good team. But this team right here, this is going so downhill so fast. Once we saw our mistakes, it's just really showing how good this team could be once they get the momentum. What do we want to say in closing? Number one, is everybody going to be available for the rapid reaction, the post game show? Because this is going to be fire, and I know the fans are going to be heated about this.
I'll be here.
Okay, you can be here, Chad.
I'll be here if Tony's not the coach.
Oh Lord, so that's a no. I think he'll be here.
Hey, does this make SMU look light next week?
I don't know hell no. Well, SMU's having a time with Boston College, right? And remember,
it was close last time I looked, yeah.
And they lost their quarterback. So, but let's go ahead and let this finish out before we get into SMU. But God bless the boys. Let's hopefully there's no more major injuries and they can get back out in the field. I think they're about to kick off here in a minute. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Thank you for coming on with me. And we'll be back at the post game for your rapid reaction. Thank all of you for tuning in. We will be back at the post game, but as of now, the shop is closed.
Close.
Closed.